Welcome back, mini truckers and all the truckettes. This is the abandoned Daihatsu S210 that I picked up back in December. It's now March, so that's good. It took 3 months to get it in here and get to it. We kind of set our own stuff to the side to help everybody else out, which is okay. But we'll say a week or so after buying this truck, we brought it in, just kind of give it a once over and seeing if we could diagnose what the issue was, which we did diagnose what the issue really was on this truck. When I first bought the truck and did the video on getting it started up, getting it loaded, it had a rubber hose that was blown for fuel and it was leaking fuel, just dumping it onto the floor. And well, we got it fired up and I loaded it up that day and it was running pretty decent. A week or two later, we brought it in and it had a lot of crank no start issues. So brought it in, looked at the coil packs and tested those, and then did a compression check on it, and she was low on PSIs across all three. A couple of them was worse. One or two was worse than the others, which was only three. There was one that was really bad, is what I'm trying to say. And she had a bit of a gallop in it starting over, and you can hear that in the video of when I bought the truck. So what we did was investigate and try to diagnose what was going on. I pulled the air filter and I said, oh no, we got a problem. And I still have it. I still have the filter, not the problem. So the filter is just deteriorated, nasty, rough. And this was in the air box. Some meese have been in there chawing away on this thing. I mean, it's just perfect condition, right? Well, you guys got to change these. You got to change oils, keep a good air filter and fresh oils in your engine, and you won't have any expensive issues in the future. So I fixed the expensive issue by putting a remand head on the truck. Problem with these is they have a coating on the valves, and once the coating gets wore off from dirt coming into the engine, the combustion chamber, and pretty much sandblasting it, it leaks off the PSI because that coating's gone. Well, when we do a head, the valves are upgraded. We got better valves on them and all that good stuff. So swap the head. Now we got good PSIs all across. I think it's about 190, 200, something like that. Closer to 200 on all three of them. So it's got good compression. She starts up great, runs great. That's exactly what it's supposed to do, so I'm happy with that. Furthermore, what we have to do is start working on some of the cosmetic stuff. I actually do have CV boots on this side. We got to pull that axle, put 2 new CV boots on that axle on the front there, and then I've got a fender. I guess you call it a fender. I call it a cowl, front cowl here. She's been whiskeyed into a couple of times. Lights knocked out. Got a little ding right there. I'm not worried about that. This bedside has a bow in it. I've done this before, and I'm going to try it on this right here. I'm going to lay this on the ground. I'm going to put my earth stompers onto it and give it a good old 1-2 real quick and see if that straightens it back out. If not, we'll put a side on it maybe. I do have a replacement tailgate for it. As this tailgate's just, she's rough. Replacement driver's seat going into it. That's not tore up like this one was. The inside of this truck is just she's dirty. It was worked on the farm, guys. It's okay. I don't mind it. My biggest worry when I bought the truck was how bad is it rusted. I don't like rusty trucks. I don't like having rust issues like that at all with anything. But the truck only has some surface rust here and there, nothing alarming. Engine is fresh, actually. The engine was rebuilt about 4 or 5 years ago by an engine builder that I know. And that's actually who I made a deal with on buying the truck. So he just didn't have time for it no more. And he said, well, if you can do something with it, go ahead. I said, well, let's make a deal on it and we'll do something with it. But anyway, we have brand new wheels and tires going under this truck. And I might do something with the front lift. It's got the old style lift on it. I don't know if it has camber adjustments. By looking at it right now, I don't think it does, but we'll have to look at that a little closer. We are just giving you guys an update on this abandoned truck and what we had to do to it to get it back up and running and doing what it's supposed to do. And having them low PSIs and compression was not helping this thing at all do what it's supposed to do. I'll fire it off real quick, just let you guys get a ear meter down on it and listen to it. Runs great, fires off like it's supposed to. Honestly, it's going to be a great truck for someone who needs a good farm truck, good property to property, or maybe you've got a lot of land that you can get out here and cruise on. It's fuel injected. It does not have AC, does have good heat in it. We're going to put a stereo in it, some speakers, and just really clean this thing up and make it a much nicer, enjoyable truck. So, appreciate you all being here. I'm going to go ahead and probably start pulling this down, get those CV boots done, and then see what else I want to tackle on it and just kind of chip away at it as we go. So stay tuned. We will get another video out on this truck when we get closer to being done or when we are done with it. So appreciate you all being here, checking us out. Like I said, if you haven't watched the abandoned video picking this truck up, it's a good watch. Go back and watch it. Link down in the description, and we will see you on the next one.